Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Hello Health. My name is Martina Scuniers Talbert, and I am super excited to be here with LaQuela Owens and Rebecca Drove with our Triple P program. Before we get into the presentation, we do have a few brief housekeeping rules. First, keep in mind that mics are muted except the presenters. Questions in the question box and comments will go in the chat box. All the links and resources shared during the meeting will be posted to our website at cumberlandcountync.gov after the meeting. If you've missed an episode, you can watch reruns on Cumberland County NC TV and YouTube. Cumberland County, North Carolina TV is a 24-hour channel that focuses on Cumberland County government. It airs 7 days a week on Spectrum Cable Channel 5. You can also stream CCNC TV on the CCNC TV app on Roku, Apple TV, and the Fire TV for free. So now let's move right on into our presentation today. As I mentioned, we are here today with the lovely ladies of the Triple P program. So Triple P staff, please tell us what it is that you guys do for the health department.
So hi, everybody. I'm LaQuela. I'm the Triple P program manager. Triple P is the positive parenting program. So what we do here at the health department is we act as the lead implementation agency of an 18-county region. We pretty much have been here since 2019, and we provide very basic Triple P classes known as seminars, and we facilitate different educational trainings. I'll pass it off to Rebecca, who is my partner.
Hi, I'm Becca Drogi. I am the training and outreach coordinator for the Triple P program. We like to make sure all of the parents across our 18-county region are connected to the providers here. So part of my job is to go to outreach events and connect with different organizations across our communities to make sure that everyone is aware of what Triple P is and how to connect. Also, when we have providers that want to offer Triple P within their agency, we work through that process together and recruit providers, get them trained, and provide ongoing support in Triple P for those providers.
Right. And so as a fun fact, did you know we actually were chosen as a LIA due to SOAR and the Community Child Abuse Prevention Plan here in Cumberland County. And that Community Child Abuse Prevention Plan is the first collaborative approach to child wellness in North Carolina. And for those who don't know, SOAR is Strengths and Overcoming Adversity Through Resiliency. It's a committee that is committed to making sure that Cumberland County is a region that focuses on making this a safe and stable community where children thrive. Some of our counties include New Hanover, Lee, Montgomery, Richmond, Sampson, all these counties surrounding Cumberland.
Now, LaQuela, I know you mentioned LIA. What is LIA?
So LIA is a lead implementation agency. So we are the agency that oversees implementation in our region, not just Cumberland County, but in all the other 17 counties as well.
Yeah, we kind of go from Harnett and Lee County all the way down to the coast. I think our furthest west county is Anson, correct?
Yes.
Yep, all the way east. So that whole bottom portion of the state is what we cover.
Yeah. Awesome. So what is Triple P exactly? I know a lot of people hear about Triple P, the phones are ringing, but tell the audience, what is Triple P?
So Triple P is an evidence-based parenting and family support program, and it's backed by 35 years of research. It's designed to treat and prevent behavioral problems in children. So in 2023, just a little tidbit, about 210 parents were served with our Triple P services in our region. So just think about how beneficial that was to the children and families that are here.
That's fantastic. That's a good number of families who are able to receive services. And if I understand correctly, that doesn't even count the online families that went to Triple P online and utilized those services.
Yeah.
So Triple P is not a program that comes in and tells you how to raise your children. It's not prescriptive, it's not overbearing, but it's a training course that gives you the confidence and the skills to build good relationships with your kids, set healthy boundaries and rules for your household in ways that kids can understand and can actually thrive. You are always in the driver's seat as a parent or caregiver. It's important that you know your family best and you decide which tools you want to try, which techniques are going to work best for you, because you know those challenges better than anybody else.
Right. That's right.
Yeah. It can sound like a complicated program, but underlying Triple P are 5 core principles. And I'm going to take a minute to kind of explain what these different principles are and what that kind of looks like. So the first principle of Triple P is to create a safe and interesting environment for your kids. Because when your kids are in a safe space, everybody can relax a little bit. You don't need to be worried that they're going to hurt themselves or get into trouble all of the time. And they don't need to be worried. Once they're secure, they are able to learn at a much faster pace. It's also important that they have interesting things to do, because kids who are bored will find a way to entertain themselves. I have 4 kids, and all of them, when they get bored, man, they can come up with some really creative ways to use scissors, I tell you what. So if they have interesting things to do, if you give them the piece of paper to cut, they may not cut your couch quite so often. So providing interesting activities and appropriate activities, for small babies, that may look like a mobile. For teens, it's making sure they have productive hobbies to be engaged with. The second principle is having a positive learning environment. So you want to set your kids up for learning success throughout their lives. Parents and caregivers are always the best teachers for kids. When you have a strong relationship, they're going to learn more from you than most anywhere else. But you want to give them opportunities to learn from everyday situations. If you are going on a walk and your child is talking about the ducks that they see, you might ask them questions about ducks. What do ducks say? What color is the duck? Depending on their age. As kids get more advanced in their comprehension skills, you can have some pretty interesting conversation with your kids just based on what comes up in everyday life. So, Triple P wants you to take advantage of every opportunity to help your kids learn.
Yeah, so everything is a learning opportunity with Triple P.
Absolutely. And it involves a lot of positive feedback, letting your children know when they are engaged in behaviors you like, that you do appreciate those behaviors so that they can continue to grow and foster those behaviors. The third principle is using assertive discipline. And this is all back to great boundaries. You want to set your children up to learn and understand what boundaries look like, what rules look like, and have reasonable, enforceable consequences when they cross those boundaries that you can use consistently every time.
So what about accidental encouragement?
Ooh, that is a great one. How often have we all done that when we accidentally encourage a behavior that we don't like in our kids? This can be something like when your child's on their tablet and you've asked them to get off and they don't, because kids. So you ask them again, they still don't. So now you ask them at a higher volume and they still don't, until you get to that point where you're basically having to yell. And they've learned, if there's no consequence to that, they've learned they can wait and wait and wait.
Yeah.
That eventually you might lose it, but nothing's really going to happen. And they can get another 5 minutes of screen time out of that.
Yeah.
And they're accidentally encouraging you too.
Yeah.
They're teaching you when they don't respond until you yell that you're going to have to yell to get a response. So that's,
That's a
that's
really
one of
good
those
point.
things that you don't want to do.
Mm.
So if you can have a concrete boundary and a consequence that happens right away the first time, you can avoid creating some of those accidental reinforcements.
Yeah.
The fourth principle is having realistic expectations, because let's be honest, none of us are perfect. Not the kids, not the parents. Nobody is perfect. We're all going to make mistakes. So we all need to be patient and compassionate towards each other. We also need to be aware of what is appropriate for our children at different ages. A 4-year-old probably cannot sit still and play quietly by themselves for 2 hours.
Absolutely not.
It's just not realistic. And if you think they're going to, you're going to be disappointed.
Yeah.
So if you understand what's developmentally appropriate for your kids, everybody's going to be a little bit happier. And then, of course, the last principle is taking care of yourself as a parent. You can't offer the best to your children if your needs are not met. It's very, very important that you build up a support network and the resources that you need to meet your basic needs and have a well-fulfilled sense of self, so that you can teach your children also how to do the same for themselves.
Yeah. That encourages resiliency too.
Absolutely.
Definitely. Well, the 5 core principles, wow, a lot of information. Take care of yourself as a parent, have realistic expectations. These are things that we should keep in mind as parents throughout the lifetime, or even caregivers. So you've mentioned quite a bit so far about Triple P, but who is Triple P for?
So Triple P is actually for every parent. It's for aunties, uncles, grandparents, cousins, anybody that is a caregiver of a child. Triple P is for you. We all know that kids aren't easy. No child is the same. No parent is the same. So Triple P is here to give you tools to add to your parenting toolbox.
Absolutely. Our goal is to normalize the need to ask for help, because really every parent and caregiver has needed some extra support and some extra help at some point. There's no way to anticipate what's going to happen with parenting. It's a 24/7 thankless job some days. And if there's anything that Triple P can give you that will make your life a little bit easier, that will allow you to build a better relationship with your child, then we consider that a win.
Parenting is one of the only the only jobs that you'll have in your life where you're not going to be financially compensated for it. You're not going to get Social Security, health insurance benefits. Like, it's a job that you couldn't possibly be trained to do it all. But Triple P is here to kind of assist with that process and make it a little easier.
And that's so really good to know. Once again, Triple P is a parenting program is being offered across North Carolina for all of our parents. Now, I know that classes are being offered for Triple P, education. What are some of those classes that you guys provide?
So we have 4 online options that are free to any parent in North Carolina. They all are interactive. They have videos, worksheets. There's an actual workbook that you can print off and look back at. You set your goals. You decide what you want to cover with your child, what behaviors you would like to tackle. And then these online classes can be done on any mobile device, tablet, computer, anywhere. And you just you can do them as you go.
Awesome. I'll talk about our newest program. Triple P Baby is brand new to North Carolina. It's been out for less than a month. We are so excited. There are so many families that have been waiting for this program to come out. This program is designed for expectant parents and parents of babies through the first year of life, maybe even up to that second birthday. And it is fantastic. This course kind of walks parents through different expectations, how to encourage the best development from your baby, how to take care of yourself and deal with the stress of having a new baby, because sleep deprivation is real, guys.
Oh, yeah.
And also how to build and maintain that good support system through that first year. So that one is It's a great program, and I am so excited that it is finally out and available for parents.
Yeah. Some of the things that they cover is like how your early family life can impact your baby's development, what things can influence your baby's development, what can you help to facilitate that development in your child, those sorts of things. It covers so many good things. My favorite is the helping to create healthy sleep habits for your child, for your baby, technically, and how you have to have realistic expectations for your baby. You can't expect a newborn born to sleep all the way through the night. Like they're just not going to. So yeah, that's one of our newer programs. We also have like a regular Triple P online that's broken down into two separate sections. So there's 0 to 12, and then there's the teen, which covers the 13 to 17, and it covers all of Triple P's parenting strategies for any parents or caregivers. And if you have a child that falls within that 10 to 13 range, that preteen range, you pick which one of the two modules you would like to do, whether that's 0 to 12 or the teen, based off of where your child is right now developmentally and what behaviors you're trying to tackle.
Yeah, it feels like some of our kids are entering some of those teenage problems earlier and earlier. So it's nice to know that even if your kid may not technically be a teenager yet, you're welcome to take that teen program and get a head start on tackling some of those challenges. The fourth program that we have available online is Fear Less, which is Triple P's program for parents whose kids may be struggling with anxiety issues. This is a fantastic one to be aware of, especially, I believe it's still Mental Health Awareness Month.
Yeah.
But this program gives parents really nice concrete steps that they can use with their kids to help break down some of those fears into manageable bite-sized tasks that they can do, things that they can do to work through overcoming and getting to where they want to be with those situations. So it's another really great one.
And what do we say to those parents that feel like their child doesn't have anxiety, like they're just making it up?
Wow, that's a great question. I would challenge those parents to go ahead and take some time to go through that course. Whether your child is experiencing real anxiety or whether they're just seeking attention, the tools for overcoming that are probably going to look the same. If you can help your child find a way through that that's productive, at the end of the day, that's the win right there.
Yeah, definitely. We also here at the health department do offer some occasional Triple P classes that we classify as seminars. And these are just very brief introduction to the core principles of Triple P, such as like the power of positive parenting, raising resilient children, raising confident children, that sort of thing.
Yeah, they're great seminars. I definitely love having parents come out. We get into some really good discussions when they do.
Yeah, the discussions get kind of off topic sometimes, but whatever we can do to help our parents succeed, we'll discuss it at any point.
Yeah. I've had parents really come up with some great solutions to the problems they're facing in those discussions too.
Yeah, but that goes with, so Triple P follows a self-regulatory framework. So basically what that means is we're not going to be telling you the answers to your child's problem. We're going to try to guide you to those answers on your own. So you decide through a series of questions and discussions, you'll be able to determine what's the best avenue to take for your child, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. Because again, you know your family best and you know what's going to work and what you've tried in the past. If we tell you, hey, you should go home and try this, maybe you've tried that 10 times and it's never worked.
Yeah.
So sometimes we have parents that need more than just our seminars. We have parents that are looking for more information, more in-depth, even one-on-one intensive classes that can really help them build their skills and work through some of these problems that they're facing in their families. And we do have practitioners throughout the community that offer the different levels of Triple P. If parents are looking for that, they are always welcome to reach out to us. Some of our providers have their information listed on the website, but a lot of them they have pretty full caseloads. So they just wait for us to send them people so we can always give you information of who is available in our region. for more.
Yeah. Now, if you're seeing the screen right now, our contact information is there if you want to reach out to either me or Becca to sign up to be a provider, or if you want a little bit more information about what parenting courses we can connect you to. We also have PEACE, or the Positive Early Childhood Education Program, which is a triple P program also, but it focuses on those early childhood education teachers, those early childhood education centers. And it still covers the 22 triple P principles that the regular triple P covers.
Yeah, they're adapted ever so slightly to fit that early childhood education setting. So it's really, really great when parents are using the triple P principles at home and educators are using the same principles in the classroom. It gives the kids a really nice continuity so that they're learning some of the same things, some of the same boundaries and rules in both places, and they can kind of understand their environments better in both places.
Yeah, it closes that gap of services.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
It also helps the teachers and the parents communicate with each other better.
Yeah, definitely.
That's super important. Now, you've mentioned Triple P Online and Fearless, Triple P Baby. How do we sign up for all these great components of the Triple P program?
So if you go to triplep-parenting.com, you'll be able to sign up for our Triple P Online courses. Right at the top, in highlighted bold blue letters, it says free parenting courses. And if you click that, you'll be able to see Triple P Online for Baby, Triple P Online 0 to 12, Triple P Online Teen, Fearless, and even down at the bottom, it has Find a Session, Find a Provider. So if you want those in-person education, you'll be able to find someone down there as well.
Mm-hmm. If you can't find somebody, please reach out to us because we can look and see if there's somebody that may not be listed.
Yeah.
The other trick on the website that most people won't encounter, but if you are one of those people that likes to use a VPN, maybe your computer's registered in a different state, at the very, very top, there's a location bar. And if it says somewhere outside of North Carolina, you won't see these resources because they're not free for everybody anywhere in the US. They are free for parents in North Carolina. So if your location doesn't show North Carolina, go ahead and change it to show your current city. And then you should be able to see those free classes.
Yeah, and just a fun fact, last year, 7,198 children were served with our Triple P Online services between the ages of 0 to 12. So, and that's just 0 to 12 in English, not the Spanish, the Fearless, Teen at all. So just think about how many other parents we've also served.
And that's a great point. These programs are available in English and in Spanish online.
Yeah.
And now with Triple P Baby, we know those numbers are going to go up for sure.
Definitely.
All the new moms and, new families out there expecting a baby. I really wish that was available a few years ago when I had my little one.
You and me too. When I was going through the online course, I was like, wow, that would have been so helpful a very long time ago when my first one was little.
And even if you're someone like me that hasn't had children yet, if you're thinking about it and you still want to build on your skills, please go through it. You don't have to have children to be able to go through the modules, and it'll be a really good resource for you to look back at once you start your family, because you can print that workbook off and then look back at it.
That's true. Yes, we've had some interns do that, like you said, who are not currently parents, but they actually enjoy going through. And it's some great questions, great videos on there as well. So.
And you can use it with adults. You can use Triple P with adults. Trust us, we have done it. You can use some of these strategies with adults as well.
It's absolutely true. I've seen that work. I've heard that from some of my practitioners. I went home and I used this technique on my husband.
So what ages of kids does Triple P work for?
So Triple P works for any child 0 to 12, 13 to 17. But as we said, the core principles are universal. You can use them for adults. You can use them for children. It's pretty much any age, in my opinion.
Absolutely. I would agree with that. I think, some of the examples that they draw on, especially in the online courses, are fairly age specific. But if you think about how to adapt them, usually there's a way to adapt the principle for different ages.
Yeah. And that's really important as a parent, being able to adapt the conversations. You wouldn't want to talk, be too mature with certain conversations with little ones. So that's really good to note. So if I'm taking a parenting class, does that mean that I'm admitting that I'm a bad parent because I'm taking this triple P class online?
Absolutely not. In fact, in our opinion, admitting that you're not a perfect parent and wanting to find ways to be better and do better for your family is usually proof that you are a pretty good parent. It's usually evidence that you know that there's always more to learn and that you're willing to do whatever it takes to give your kids the very best.
Yeah, definitely.
So I know you guys have mentioned the classes that are offered through Triple P. And, again, lots of different options. How long are the classes?
So it really depends on what class you're taking. So if you do our seminars, they're about 90 minutes, which means an hour of like a lecture style discussion format, and then 30 minutes for Q&A at the end. If you do some of the more intensive levels, it could go up to maybe about a couple hour or two. And then if you do our online modules, we would say each of the Triple P online platforms, they vary between 6 to 8 modules, and each of those modules we would say take you about an hour or less. It just totally depends. But you definitely don't have to sit down and run through those modules in an hour straight. If you can only do 10 minutes while you're sitting waiting on your oil change, do it that way. You can always go back and pick up where you left off.
Absolutely. It remembers where you were. It goes right back to where you left it. And, it's designed to have homework with every module, some things for you to try, experiment with, see if it works, see if it makes a difference, because, parenting is really a giant science experiment. So you try things, you see if the skill works, you see if you need to adapt it. And the resources are all available to keep track of what you're trying and the results of that, so that you can come back to the module and say, you know what, that actually was really effective. I'll do that some more. Or, you know what, that was a total fail. I'm moving on to the next technique.
Yeah, I think that's one of my favorite parts is that reflection component. So you can reflect on the last day, the last week, on how you try and maybe time out or quiet time and see how they work with your child. And then go from there, like, okay, this didn't work very well. Let me try something else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the one thing I always encourage my parents to remember is that with almost every behavior, it gets a little bit worse before it gets better.
Yeah.
Usually kids are trying to figure out how to make things go back to the way things were. Even if the way things were wasn't good, they at least knew how that worked. So most kids will escalate that behavior just a little bit, do it more often, do it more intensely, until they realize, oh, this isn't going to work. And then that behavior fades away. So I always encourage parents to at least try it a few times, give it a little bit of time to kick in. And then if it's not working, go ahead and move on to the next thing. But, expect that sometimes there'll be a little bit of a ramp up.
Yeah, that just reminded me, one of the things that Triple P covers is making sure that you have a stable routine with your children. Children are creatures of habits. So if you have a routine already in place, they already know what to expect for every day.
Absolutely. And
true.
When they have that routine, it creates a safety for them to explore within that routine.
Yeah.
Kids who have stable routine environments tend to be more creative and do better in most of their pursuits just because they feel safe enough to explore.
Yeah, definitely.
I agree as well. I have a 4-year-old and she actually says, Mom, I'm ready for my routine. Kids, they do like routine. They like to have order. So thank you for bringing that up. Now, let's say that I work for an agency and I'm interested in Triple P. How do I bring that to my agency?
Ooh, that's a great question. Contact us. We would love to have that conversation. We have so many parents in this area that are starting to get to know Triple P. And as soon as they get familiar with these principles, most of them have loved it and they want more. So we definitely need more providers in our region that can provide these services. So please, reach out, let us know that you're interested, and we can talk to you about the different levels and interventions that are available, because there there are a lot of different options available for practitioners. We can talk about whether it's a good fit for your agency, whether it fits within the scope of your current work. If it does and it makes sense, we can arrange training for you and we can provide you the support you need to be a Triple P provider. If it doesn't make sense for you to provide it yourself, we are more than happy to still offer resources, flyers, posters that you can put up at your facility so that parents know how they can find out more information about Triple P.
Yes, I know you all have an application process. So as Rebecca mentioned, if you're interested in Triple P, we'll be able to share information about the application and get you screened for the program.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So you guys have covered quite a bit today on Triple P. Again, Triple P is a positive parenting program. I know you all mentioned that you cover 18 counties. Are there any particular counties in the region that you all are working more closely with at the time?
So right now we're really trying to find providers in Cumberland, Sampson, and New Hanover counties. Oh, also Onslow.
Mhm.
But if you're a provider in any of the counties surrounding those and you want Triple P, please contact us definitely. And even if you're not in our region and you're seeing this broadcast, we can connect you with the lead implementation agency that covers that county.
Yep. If you can see the map, you can see every county in the entire state is now covered by one of our leading implementation agencies. And we work pretty closely with these teams.
With all of them.
So we can definitely hook you up, make sure you are connected to the right person.
Yeah, Triple P has been here for a really long time. It actually came here in Pitt and Mecklenburg counties back in 2011, and it has grown from there. So we're here.
Yep. And again, you guys cover 18 counties, so this is one of the larger regions in the state, and you all stay pretty busy traveling and meeting with providers, and you've taken phone calls from parents and helping people at Triple P Online. And once again, with Triple P Baby, I know things were definitely going to increase. We're already getting phone calls about that.
Yeah, and if you're a provider or agency where you're not quite ready to be trained in Triple P, we are available to come out and do those basic seminars as you would like us to. We do not mind.
We love going to new places. We can both provide those seminars, but also if your agency just wants to understand Triple P a little bit better, we're happy to come out and meet with you and discuss what Triple P is, what the different principles are, the 22 skills that LaQuela mentioned earlier. We can talk you through a lot of those different pieces and help you understand what this resource really is as you send parents maybe to the online program or to some of our seminars, so you can have confidence knowing that you're sending your parents to a great resource.
And also, if you already have a parenting course that you're doing within your agencies, Triple P is not meant to replace that. It's meant to be done in conjunction with parenting courses you're already doing. So it's an addition to what you're already doing.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Triple P can really complement some of the other parenting programs that are out there. So yes, definitely. Okay.
Absolutely. We had a conversation with a woman who's been using parents as teachers as in her organization for some time now, and she's found some great ways to incorporate the Triple P practices within that framework.
And when you think about it, some of Triple P's principles overlap with others.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Okay. Well, I believe you guys have covered quite a bit about Triple P. Very helpful. We're grateful that you guys are here to talk about the program. But we want to talk about a few of the things that are coming up here at the health department. We do have our back to school immunization clinic starting June 11th here at the health department. And that will run Monday through Thursday from 8 to 4:30. We also have the community health assessment survey that is out, and we highly encourage members to take that survey. That is due June 7th. And also, please keep in mind that we have another Hello Health series coming up, another episode next month, Men's Health, that will be taking place in June. Also, be sure to take the survey to remind us of how we did. We thank you all so much for joining us today. for this session. And also keep in mind that reruns are available on the Cumberland County NCTV and YouTube channels.
All right. So, Martina, what's something fun and engaging you're planning for your baby this weekend?
Oh, really good. Let's see. For myself and my family, we'll probably cook out, relax, listen to music. My daughter loves to dance, so I'm sure we'll be doing that as well. What about you guys?
Laquela?
I don't know. I really want to go to the beach, you guys. I've been trying to go to the beach for the past 2 months, and my sister went last Friday while I was at work. I really was upset with her about that.
Well, yes, get to the beach.
Yeah, definitely. And you, Rebecca?
Well, you know, since it is Memorial Day, as a military family, you know, we're going to take advantage of that whole incidental learning thing. We always take a few minutes to have some conversation around what Memorial Day means. But as soon as we're done with that, we'll be hitting the pool.
And it looks like we have questions in the chat.
Oh, fantastic.
When can parents find out when those seminars are? So we normally, if we're providing seminars here, we advertise on our health department Facebook page and also our health department Instagram, which is Cumberland County NC, I believe it's the Facebook. If we will drop it in the chat. And then also, if you call us, we'll be able to tell you where the nearest seminar is.
Yeah. We usually have series of seminars going on here at the health department, but our health education team that usually runs those are going to be taking a little bit of a summer break. So we're going to find out when they're going to be back and get that information out as soon as possible, but they won't be offering anything in June so that they can spend some time at the beach and the pool.
Yeah.
That's right.
And then what does it cost for agencies to get trained? Becca, I'll let you.
All right. So if we do go through that whole screening and application process and we determine that it is a really good fit, that the impact is there, we actually use our grant funding to cover the training and the materials for the agencies. So it becomes no upfront cost to those agencies. And so long as they continue to provide us data back on the number of families they serve, some of those basic things, we'll continue to supply the materials and even be able to look at additional trainings if they decide to expand Triple P within their agency.
Yeah, that's the key. We will cover it as long as you submit data to us. We really need that data in order to justify us either putting you through further training or providing those materials.
Because that's how we get funded.
Yeah, definitely.
Do we have any other questions in the chat?
I don't think so.
Looks like that's it.
Okay. Well, once again, we thank you all for joining us today for the Triple P Hello series. Please be sure to join us next month for the session on men's health. And again, keep in mind that you can watch reruns of the episodes. Be sure to take a moment to complete the survey and let us know how we did on our website. You can stream the webinars through CCNCTV on the CCNCTV app on Roku, Apple TV, and Fire TV for free. If you have questions you can email hellohealth@cumberlandcountync.gov. Thank you all again for joining us today.
Thank y'all.
Bye, y'all.